Okay, so I had a really amazing night yesterday. It was really interesting because I found myself on this date with one Venezuelan girl and two Colombian girls. We kind of spent the whole night together and that was really awesome. Sounds like I went on a date with these three girls, and in a way I kind of did, but I kind of have to explain the story so you guys know what happened. If you are enjoying my videos and happen to be so generous, I will leave the link to my PayPal, my Venmo, and my Patreon in the description. Of course, you don't have to, but I'm still grateful that you're watching the video. That would really help me as I continue to pursue YouTube as a full-time career. So I've been putting out into the universe that I want to be with somebody. I've finally taken care of most of the parts of my life. I have work down, I have this nice apartment, I'm financially stable. So all that I'm really missing now is the girl. That's the thing that I'm really focusing on right now. I really want to meet somebody. So I put that energy out into the universe. And yesterday, when I went to go buy this lamp and the lamp I have downstairs, I got the phone number of the girl who helped me with the lamp. The way I see dating is like, especially for a man, it's not like you're trying to find the one person that's like gonna change your life. It's more like you get into the mindset of dating and then you just keep getting numbers and you keep taking shots, and then eventually, because you have options, you don't come off as desperate, but also number two, by just keep on swinging, you'll eventually find someone that you like. So I put it out into the universe that I want to meet somebody by the end of this month. I personally understand now why people say that when you work on yourself, especially as a man, you get this new confidence and you just attract a higher quality of women. Because now when I walk around, if anybody were to ask me about anything in my life, I would love to show them, and I know that I'm living an attractive lifestyle, so to speak. That's what women are attracted to. They want to be taken on journeys. They want to be taken care of. A couple days ago, my friend Sonner texted me about this Venezuelan girl that he knows that likes Chinese guys and is not looking for anything serious. So I'm like, alright, cool, that sounds great. It's very rare that an easy opportunity presents itself like that, so obviously I'm going to take advantage of it. She's beautiful and I think she's attractive. And we originally planned to go to Mercado del Rio, which is off this station stop here called Industriales, and I've been there with my friends before. It's great. As the day went on, she actually texted me saying that she was with her friends and she invited me to go out with her friends instead. Now at this point, I was thinking two things. I was like, okay, number one, if I go, it's going to be hard to spit game with her directly because I kind of have to find a way to entertain her friends as well. I think it would be a little harder to get her back to my place individually because I would have to think about making sure her friends get home safe and everything. But two, I also thought, okay, this might be a good opportunity to meet new girls. What if I'm interested in one of her friends? Because I think this Venezuelan girl is attractive, but I don't think she would be the kind of girl that I would settle down with, if that makes sense. I've gotten to this point in my life where I know exactly what I want sexually from a girl. I know what kind of body types I like, and if she doesn't have that body type, that is not going to cut it for me, and it's not going to make me happy sexually. So obviously, if someone comes and it leads to sex easily, I'm not going to say no. But for when it comes to long-term relationships, I personally have this is going to sound really bad, but I personally have a standard, or not like a requirement, but I have a standard for the kind of woman that I like to be with, and they have to have a certain body shape that I'm attracted to. So I go and meet with her at this bar, and of course, the two Colombian girls that she brings are fucking gorgeous. They are like American 10s. And I'm just thinking to myself like, okay, this is a really awkward situation. But I'm here for her, and if I do go home with the Venezuelan girl, that's totally okay too. I didn't want to make things weird, so I spent most of the night with the girl who originally invited me out, the Venezuelan girl. So now there are three girls, two Colombians and a Venezuelan. I'm not going to say their names, so I'm just going to refer to them as the Venezuelan girl, who's 20, the Colombian girl, who's 21, the younger one, and the older one, who was 30. So I spent most of the night with the Venezuelan girl, but as the night progressed, obviously I got a chance to speak to the other girls. And I find myself getting more attracted to the 30-year-old. There's just something about older women that I appreciate, and they don't necessarily have to be like older than me, but 23 plus is kind of what I'm looking for. And that's not to say that people that are younger than that are not mature enough or any of that, because Sonner and this Venezuelan girl, they migrated here when they were 18, so they've been trying to make it work in a new country all by themselves since they were 18, which I think makes them a lot more mature than a lot of my friends my age back and in the States. I look back to how I was when I was 20 and I just think, man, I was a fucking dumbass. It's not that there is anything wrong with them. I just find it very difficult to connect with people of a certain age because they just haven't gone through certain life experiences yet. Lately, for some reason, I've been attracting older women or being attracted to older women, like 30 plus, you know, women that are 5, 6, 7, 8 years older than me. That has been a trend as of lately, and that's because I'm really attracted to the independence and the thought process of these older women. A lot of them just don't really care about petty stuff anymore at their age. They have a comfortable career, they kind of know what they want, they understand what their values are. There's just a lot less games in my opinion. So the thing about this 30-year-old girl is that the more I got to talk to her and the more I looked at her, the more I'm just like, oh my god, this girl is so sexy. Like, she's literally everything that I want looks-wise in a girl. And obviously in the beginning, I didn't really pay too much attention to it because I was talking to the girl who invited me. After the bar, it was around 7:30, it was still really early, so I recommended to the girls if they wanted to come back to my apartment for a little bit, they could hang out, we could relax until we wanted to go out again at around 8:30 or 9 or whatever happened. I'm not gonna lie, I really just like showing off this apartment, you know. I'm very proud of it, I'm very proud of what I've done, and this is kind of home base for me. If they come in, I know that they're gonna be impressed by the view, all that's gonna be nice, the mural wall, and I have my piano upstairs, and when people see the piano, 9 times out of 10, they always ask me to play, and I'm just like, all right, sure. And that's just like, boom, attraction 101, you know what I'm saying? I had a good time with all of them. We were here, we were just talking, we were smoking a little bit of weed, and then I recommended them to see if they wanted to go to Parque Uva. Obviously, you know, that's my favorite park. They were all like, yeah, sure. So we walked down there together, and this is when I had the opportunity to talk to this 30-year-old girl. Her and I were just making small talk, but I immediately felt like an electricity between us. There's just like an attraction. Like, I saw her, and when she walked by, her scent, everything, I'm just like, all right, my heart started pounding, I got the butterflies, and you just feel like that electricity, right? We're walking, and her and I were just by ourselves. The girl who invited me is talking with her other friend, and I asked her, hey, can I tell you something? I'm interested in you. And she was like, wait, what? And I said, yeah, I'm interested in you, and I know it's an awkward situation because I came with the 20-year-old Venezuelan girl, but really, I'm interested in you. And she's like, oh, okay. So I asked her, what should we do? And she said, you know, we're just gonna see. Let's just go throughout the night, and afterwards, we'll talk about it, but we gotta tell the Venezuelan girl. And I said, okay, fine, we'll just let it play out. So we go bar hopping, and avocado toast is bomb. So we go bar hopping, and I spent most of the night with this Venezuelan girl. She's really cool. Like I said, she's really easy to have conversation with. And I thought to myself, damn, am I really interested in this girl, actually? I could see myself maybe seeing this girl a couple times. But the Colombian girls went to the bathroom, and when they came back, a 30-year-old, you know how when you're trying to pass by someone, you put your hand on them, but it's not quite necessary, and it feels weirdly intimate. So she did that with me, and she left her hand there a little longer. And when she did that, I felt like electricity, and I got goosebumps down my spine, and that just reaffirmed to me that, okay, this is the girl that I want to go for. So as we left the bar, the Venezuelan girl was in the bathroom, and then I just went up to the Colombian girl I was interested in, and I told her, hey, I want to know if you're interested in me too, because if you are, I'm not going to do anything with the Venezuelan girl, and I don't want to ruin your guys' relationship. And she said, yeah, I'm interested, but you have to talk to her. If you talk to her, then I'll give you my number. I'm like, okay, perfect, everything is good. I thought to myself, okay, I think there's only one way really to handle it, and that's just to be honest. I was a good gentleman throughout the whole entire night. Then as they were going home into their taxi, I pulled the Venezuelan girl aside, and I just told her, hey, I had a really good time with you, but if I'm being honest, I don't think there's going to be a future between us. I'm actually interested in your friend Veronica, and I know you invited me on this date, so I still wanted to give you a good night. I still wanted to be a good person, but I wanted to tell you as honestly as possible because I don't want to ruin your friendships. And you can tell she was a little taken aback, but I think ultimately she respected that because, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't hook up with her. I didn't try to hit on her friends while we were on this date that she invited me to. You know, I paid for her drinks, I paid for the DDs back and forth from my place. That just felt like the best thing to do at the time. So it was obviously an awkward situation, but I think if I'm being honest to myself, I know exactly what I want sexually from a woman. I know exactly what I'm attracted to. When I find somebody that I'm attracted to, I'm always gonna go for it. So that seemed to be the best solution at the time. I mean, if you guys think anything different, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to see how you would handle it. As they got into the taxi, I went up to the 30-year-old. I was like, hey, I was able to talk to her and everything, so she ended up giving me her number, and now we're texting. So I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, you know, I don't go in with too much attachment, but I would really love for this to work out, because if it does, I can't wait to show you guys. But oh my god, bro, I didn't look at her too much because I didn't want to be rude, but when I look at her now, I'm just like, dude, she's so oh my gosh, she's so attractive. So we'll see what happens, you know? And it might go well, it might end up in a pile of flames, but at least I went for it. And I guess the moral of the story is that once you really put your mind to it, you actively have to go out and obviously keep swinging at people. Yesterday, I got the phone number of this Colombian girl, I got the phone number of another Colombian girl who helped me with the lamps, and I also went on a date with this other girl, you know, and I have another date planned for Mondays. It's two things. I put that energy out there and I know that's what I want to do, but also I'm taking steps to get there, and hopefully I'm manifesting by the end of this month that I find somebody or that I'm with somebody. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks y'all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Just gonna eat this toast. Well,